what's good? What's good? This your girl K Lexi, and this is another installation to my Somebody to Know in Real Life series. Welcome to the show. We today have the phenomenal, the genius. I say genius because, like, when it comes to being creative and thinking on the spot and just producing like some A1 material on the spot, though. Man, that's Mr. Brandon X Bell for real. Welcome.
Thank you. Blessed for having me. Thank you so much, Lex. You a genius. You are. I say you. I say how you work. You a thunderstorm. You ain't no joke.
Man, that's why collaboration is always the best, right?
Big facts. Absolutely.
I
Uh,
I want to start off. If you guys follow me on social media, I've been sharing a lot pertaining to the Connected web series, and y'all seen my oh my god, my sad demise. My acting debut was
Don't
well,
give away first.
okay, we ain't gonna give up too much. We ain't gonna give up too much. But I have to say that this man right here really opened the doors for a lot of people in the not just in the greater Cleveland area, but that have an interest in getting into the film industry in all aspects. Today we're gonna talk a little bit more about his projects, the man behind the camera and the pen, and also basically hopefully you'll be able to connect with him because I am your girl Lexi connect with him, and because I was referred to him through yeah, Ryan. Shout out to Ryan. Yeah, because he told me about the series, and I was like, and he spoke very highly of you, very highly. And it's like he was like, yeah, just reach out to him. And with a lot of different people in your position, you reach out to them, they're just not personable. They just full of arrogance and hot air. But it's like I reached out to you, and it was total love from day one. And then when it came time to shoot, I came on set, seen a lot of familiar faces. And also, and I seen a lot of other newbies too. But just the whole atmosphere, man, it was just phenomenal. So I really want to start by saying thank you for giving me, sparking that flame, that acting flame, and also in production as well. So you have given a lot of opportunity to a lot of people, and we gotta give you a round of applause for that. That's very rare in Northeast Ohio, especially to do so genuinely.
Well, a lot of those people gave me the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like they gave me the opportunity to, you know, they gave me the opportunity to put together, a really dope, awesome, blessed project. I wouldn't have this project if it wasn't for the awesome people I've worked with from day one. That's volunteered their time and their efforts to, create some really awesome magic. You feel me? So, like I don't I always I'm appreciative of everything because at one point in time, like I was thinking like I wouldn't even thought that I would have ever been in this position, but I knew I was going to be in this position, and I always said that if I ever had the opportunity, to always remember and always be grateful for the people that I've had an opportunity and blessed chance to work with, uh, and I wouldn't be anywhere that I am if it wasn't for those people. I mean, God first, but like everybody that's been involved, they gave me so many opportunities to
Yeah.
direct, to help, bring my creations to life, trusting me. They gave me the opportunity of trust. They gave me the opportunity of their time, of their work ethic, and I'll forever be appreciative of that.
Yes, I've met some awesome people through you and being on set. Um Everybody, it's like it's a definitely a team atmosphere. There's no egos. It was just all team effort. Like, hey, you need me to step in, you want me to do this, you wanted me to do that. And that's very commendable nowadays because building relationships is something people don't even take time to do. I can say that I've experienced just through conversation learning how you've worked with individuals from the beginning of the series and they still hanging with you, you
Yeah,
know, and that speaks volumes as far as with your production, I would say.
I mean, yeah, it speaks volumes to them, uh, because you know dedication and loyalty is very rare. You know what I'm saying? And so for I always look at it where they could be, you know, they could have dropped out, you know, a couple years ago. You know what I mean? But they stuck with it, and because of that, you know, I feel that it's my responsibility to deliver as a writer, to deliver as a person, as a director, uh, and give people and make sure that the people who put their time into this project, they get in the best of my ability to make sure that they work when it's seen on screen, when it's out there to the people, you know, is the best I could possibly muster. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you know, they'll tell me like, you know, they saw the first season, my very first ever production, um, from you know like several years ago, when I very first started, and you know, it's not the best quote unquote quality, as they would say, but I always look at it as the quality of the soul of the project is outstanding at A1. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I mean by quality, is where yeah, the only thing that was lacking from the first season, and shout out my man Sterling, Skip, Candace Johnson, Drew Evans, you feel me, Terrence Ledbetter, Lori Massey Klein, um, those lead people, my man William Irvin, John Spalding, the people who started at the beginning, my man Benny Benzino, Ron George, you feel me, like Amanda Collins, Amber Burns, the people who when I first started the project, you know what I'm saying, you know, I didn't have a budget, filming on whatever kind of cameras we could. We was using cell phones for mics. We was filming damn near every day. Get off of work, I had a beat up whip, pick everybody up, real and everybody, and it was just nothing but love and work and enjoyment, you know, of the of putting together something special. And shout out my man Ali Danis, my aunt, you feel me, my man OG, you feel me. He he spent a you know did a lot of time in behind the bars, and he came into this project and gave me a lot of wisdom and a lot of advice to make the project authentic, and we just all just came together and just created something. So yeah, it might not have the best cameras and all that, but when you talk about just the best people, the best quality of effort, the best quality of, you know, people's acting abilities, my man Adam, my man Adam Clinton, shout out, started there, and my man's out in Las Vegas, went to film school, doing his thing out there. You know what I mean? Like, it was a blessing to work with all these really awesome people. I had my cousins involved, man. Shout out my man Big Fool. Shout out my cousin Alex. You know, cats that, you know, never acted before, you know, and these cats is, you know, they out, you know, they doing their thing, you feel me? And for them to put a lot of love in this from day one, it's been a blessing. Shout out my man Eric Wilson. You know, so these people, the quality of the first project was to me is always going to be A1. And when it comes down to it, like, I wouldn't have this project and anything where I'm at if it wasn't for those people that was
For
there.
sure. For sure. For sure. And that's that you named a lot of people that's making a lot of moves.
Yeah,
Definitely. So
yeah.
you're surrounded by a lot of talent.
By the blessed talent. And then when we did season 2, the connected movie, my man Dave Walker, from he's been my mentor since me and him linked up as a filmmaker, and he's a great outstanding director, great outstanding filmmaker, a legend in my eyes. And I wouldn't be, and like he taught me a lot about writing and a lot about you know, story development and really how to put scenes together and how to film them and how to shoot them. And so I'm so blessed, you feel me, so blessed.
For sure, for sure. It sounds like you definitely got your hands full. And that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot that you got going. What drives you? You know, I know every day isn't a perfect day. Every production isn't a perfect one. But what would you say is your some of your biggest driving forces?
Everything from my family to the people I'm blessed to work with, to the people that don't like me, to the people, everything, to the world like that, people that want to see good entertainment, to films that I fell in love with, to the music, I mean everything drives me. So, like I everything, like that's all I can say. Everything drives
Okay.
me.
So you do so speaking of you having your hands in a lot of different things, like you do music, you're an actor,
Mm-hmm.
writer,
Yep.
producer,
Yep.
businessman,
Yep.
family man.
Uh,
Okay, so let's put a timeline to this. Let's talk about your journey. So, did you first start as an artist and then progressed into an actor? How did Brandon Bell today develop?
I actually started off as a writer. When I was a kid, I wrote a book. You know what I mean? It ain't getting published or nothing like that, but I wrote like a 300-page book as a kid, hand wrote. I remember my teacher. I gave it to my teacher, and she read it. It was about vampires and all this crazy, stuff. But she thought it was dope. And so then from there, like I really ain't paid. I kind of buried the talent a little bit, but I started doing music when I was like 15. Um, with my partner A1 Jason Shaw. In high school, we started a label, and we were signing people in the school, and we was putting out mixtapes, and then from there, my mom, always was a fan of film. So my mom, she always was, even when I was a kid, she used to take me on auditions and stuff like that. Like, but I really ain't understand it then. And so, but she got me into acting, and I appreciate my mom for that. And then from there, I was doing music, and I was really known for doing music. But then I did a play at the Caribou. Shout out my man Desmond E. Storm and Peter Lawson Jones. Very first play I was in was called The Family Line, and that was at the Caribou. And I had the lead role, and then in the midst of the play, they gave somebody else the lead role, and then I remember I was pissed, right? But then in the process of that play, my auntie passed away,
Mm,
um, and so that tore my heart out, right? And so I had to, and so I looked at it where whatever role I got, I'm gonna do it for my auntie. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. So I did the role, people loved it, and then from there, I just did. I ended up doing one of the first 48 film projects, 40-hour film contests. I was staying in these condos over at Sheikah. I was like 21, and I was a loan officer, and I was doing music, and then I did the play, and I kind of left the acting alone for a little bit, and then I ran into my man Brad Berger. He stayed in the same building, and we were smoking joints together, and we was talking about films and everything like that. Then I ended up getting into the 48-hour film project with him, and we did a 48-hour film project called Bookstore Pippin, and and it was my first time ever seeing myself on a big screen, and it was the dopest thing ever. And the movie was funny as hell. It was funny. I hope he still got it. And he was actually one of the producers of Sex and the City, which is crazy. And so from there, I was about to do. I got offered to do a couple movies in Pittsburgh, but then my grandfather, my grandmother, she had to come up here to take care of some of my auntie business who passed away. And so I ended up basically putting my career on the shelf and went down south to Alabama with my grandfather to help him out because he was blind. And so I put my whole career on the shelf. Like I was like 21, 22, put my whole career on the shelf, went down south, and I was blessed that time because it allowed me to spend a lot of time with my grandfather. And while I was down there, I was doing music, wasn't doing acting at all, like period. And that was for 7 years. And so I spent the prime of my career, just where most people would be cutting their bones. I was down there with my grandparents, helping with them because they helped me out so much as a kid, so I had no problem with it. I was blessed to spend time with them, and until they passed away, and then I moved back up here. Um, and so after losing my grandparents, that like took another big piece out of me. By that time, I done lost my auntie, my father. One of my best friends got murdered, and my both another one of my best friends from when I was a kid got murdered down south when I was in Alabama. And then I
Mm.
lost my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I have nothing at all, right? But while I was down there, right before I left, I started writing the connected. That was like I was looking
Mm.
at a picture of my grandfather and his brothers, and I was like, man, they had on these suits and they had on the fedoras and they was just looking gangster. And I was looking at that picture like, man, that would be like. And so I just started. The wheels started turning in my head, and I was sitting in the chair that my grandfather passed away in when I
Mm.
started. And so the character. That's why my character in the connected. My father's character's name is Moses because that's my grandfather's name.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And so in that first scene, other connected, we have this. It's like a prison room and it's white. You know what I'm saying? And it's an all white room and he's talking to his father. Symbolically, I wrote it like that because I wanted to be like my grandfather from heaven was giving me advice, but it was my father
Mm.
present day of the story giving me advice. So it's like subliminally, I wanted to be in my mind a conversation I would have with my grandfather in an instance. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And so when I moved up here, I wrote the connected in a notebook. I was writing the whole script in a notebook, and my brother T, shout out, and then my man Nightcrawler, shout out, and my man A1. I was telling him about it, and it was just like, yo, you should film that. You should film that. But I ain't know nothing about filming at all, and so I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And so my wife, she was my fiance at the time, Kendra. She helped me kind of like start. We put out what's the ads in the paper? I forget.
Back page? Nah.
Nah, no, it was. I forget which one it was, but and so we had a meeting at the Starbucks, and my man Rick Cologne was there. Uh, my man Alex Duckworth was there. Shout out, rest in peace, my man Alex Duckworth. He was there, and my man Benny Benzino came, and so this was like kind of like the first. And my brother was there, my nephew was there, my nephew Ty was there. It was like the first connected, and so I started casting. I didn't even know how I was able to put together a cast, but a whole bunch of people. This was before I don't even know how. I forget how it happened. But and I can tell you all this story because this is crazy. So the very first time I ever tried to film the connected, I did not know anything about filming. We were filming it out in front of my apartment building, and I had this whole itinerary schedule. Like we're gonna film a trailer, and then I'm gonna a pilot, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna shop it. And so I scheduled all these scenes for that day. And at the beginning of the day, we were having a photo shoot. So I have like 40 people out there, 50 people. We're in the parking lot of my apartment building, and we got like these tarps up, and kids are out there, and we got prop guns out there, and everybody's having a good time. We're taking a photo shoot, and then I see a Garfield Heights police car just zoom by. I'm like, wow, I wonder what's going on. Then another one. I'm like, wow. Then everybody's like, I wonder what's going on. And so then next thing you know, we see like five other ones. They all speed by. So we're like, wow, something serious is going on. And everybody's like, yeah, all right, back to the photos. And so we're all like, yeah, taking photos. And then we see those same cop cars that just zoom by. They all pull up. Everybody get on the ground. Everybody get,
Oh,
you feel me?
damn.
So we got signs like we filming, right? And so apparently, um, this old lady, she got spooked by seeing all the guns and stuff out there, and she called the police. And so like the cops was like, "What's going on here?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is we're having a film shoot. This is my film shoot." And then I was like, "What's your name?" So basically, they confiscated all the prop guns and took me to jail
Oh, damn.
until um until all the guns, and they found that they thought the guns was real or whatever. And I'm like, and I'm just like, wow, yeah, we would just bring out all these illegal weapons broad daylight, you know what I'm saying? With kids and everything and all, like, but they kept me in jail until they checked every single prop gun, and there was like 30 of them, and they checked them all. That folks, and so they checked the joints, and I was talking, I ain't give a fuck. So I'm talking to the cops and shit. I'm just bullshit like, hey, y'all should be in my movie since y'all want to lock me up over the shit. Let's make it worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because all those guns was fake. And so all the guns was fake. Then they let me go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a bond or nothing. They put me in the cell, but, it wasn't that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just
Mhm.
shit, had a good sandwich. It was a peanut butter jelly. Um, you know what I mean? And then I was like, you know what? And then so half of the people that was there, a lot of people got spooked. They was like, nah, we can't work with this guy. So I was like, oh man, my career is ruined before you even get started. You know what I'm saying? So I took a break from that. And my cousin, Sis Mitchell, Duke, he got a youth organization called Visions of Angels. And so he was looking for somebody to help teach theater and some acting techniques to kids. And by that time I did some study. I did theater because while I was down in Alabama, I did 14, 15 plays while I was down there. That's what I did do. I forgot to that's one thing. I put my career on the shelf, and then I would say maybe about I would say a little bit down the line, I ended up actually getting into a few plays and started doing them joints. You know what I'm saying? So that was before I came back up to Cleveland. So, shout out. I don't even remember because I did a few of them, but around that time, I was smoking so much weed and I don't remember half of it. I was in a lot of stuff down there. And so, and so, at this youth organization, I'm teaching theater to the kids. And so I ran into my partner, Danny Wozniak. I don't like him no more. Man, that dude is crazy, man. But I ain't about that guy right now. But but
That's
I,
another interview, huh?
but here's the thing though. I'll always be thankful because I keep it all the way a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll never take away credit where credit ain't due. You know what I mean? Because um we started talking. That's when I first started. Then I started filming, started writing the Connected seriously again, and he was working with me on it or whatever. And then we got into a big ass argument, as we always do. And we ain't talked for like 6 months. But then he hit me up out the blue, was like, "Hey man, I'm filming a movie, and they need somebody in it. You want to come try out for it?" So I was like, "Yeah." And then I met the guy that put me in my very first real actual fully in film. My man McKell Tot. Shout out my man McKell Tot. And it was called Cleveland Allegories, and the shit was dope as hell. He's a great writer, great director, and I learned a lot from him. He was there at the beginning as well, and I learned me and him, we before I started filming the Connected again, we filmed 2 movies that Cleveland Allegories are in production, and there I met my man Sterling Hall. Sterling introduced me to Skip. Skip introduced me to Candace, and from there, that's when we really got with the Connected. Boom, start doing that joint. I mean, kicking ass on that joint. You feel me? Bow, lay that joint out. It took us about a year to film it. We was filming every day. Dropped it. For us, it was a success. People fucked with it. People was getting a lot of love. We was like, okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. So then we went and filmed the second movie, and in the process, my man Adam Clinton, who was in the first season of The Connected, introduced me to Dave Walker. I met Dave Walker on the set of his film, his first film. And so me and Dave linked up, talked, and then Dave came in. The very first scene for the Connected Season 2 movie, he brings out this crane with the camera and joint, and we filming this SWAT scene and joint, like the cops busting into this drug spot or whatever, and it was just like the energy. And me and him just bonded from there. That's my big brother. That's my mentor. And my man Jeff Sack. Shout out my man Jeff Sack. I went to and here's another big part of the story. Like I can't even leave this out. Part of the career. Before I moved to Alabama and before I did the Plays of Caramel, because I don't even believe I forgot about this, because this is how my whole career got really started. OMS, Ohio Media
Shout
School,
out.
Center for
Hey.
Broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? I went to Ohio Center for Broadcasting, graduated, and 2 weeks after I graduated, I got a job at American Idol, and I'm working for American Idol. You feel me? And from there, I learned all. That's how I learned all the production joints, being a production assistant for American Idol. You know what I mean? Travel
Okay.
and meeting people. It was crazy, right? Man. So yeah, my life
Wow.
has been a big time. That was all when I was like 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? And so after American Idol, like I still had that juice and bug or whatever. So that's what carried on. And my man Jeff Sack, rest in peace, my man Jeff Sack was my mentor since then, all the way until the day he passed away this year. And so like he always kept me in the loop, always kept me going. And went from the Connected, then I done did so shout out Amy McCorkle and Healing Hands Production. Missy Goodman did several films with them. Did another film with Mikhail Tott. I've done a good amount of films. Tasha Nell, she was in the first season of Connected. She's my agent now. Elite Talent Management. That's got me into Mayor Kingstown. You feel me? And that's the whole, like I had to, but look, it's a, the career's been a lot. I've seen a lot, been blessed to meet a lot of people, and there's things that I done did so much I forget. I can forget things because it's just been so much. You feel me? And but the whole thing is just like this was all that stuff. You feel me? And I'm still not
Right.
but I'm where I want to be
Right.
at. That makes sense.
So So you have quite a few projects going on now, and like I know on my timeline, I'm seeing you have quite a few things that you've done with with Raymel Adams.
Yep.
In addition to you just mentioned Mayor of Kingstown. So tell us about if you'd like to tell us a little bit about some of the productions you've been a part of that they can log on to a particular streaming service or a website to check out some of your skills.
Yeah. All right. So I know some because I did a lot, and y'all gonna have to excuse me if I forget some things, but yeah, of course, my man Mikhail Tott, the Cleveland Allegories and Productions and Guns We Trust. They all on YouTube. Go to his page, check that joint out right there. Raymel Adams, of course, did Squad 2 Brothers Blood. I think that's on like Amazon Prime or Tubi or one of them joints. Um, I
That's on
did
Prime.
Yeah, I did a bunch of films with Healing Hands Productions and Amy Lee McCorkle. Then got some pretty dope awards working on her. She's a great director, great. She's a legendary director and writer. She done won like every single award possible at the Cleveland Indie Film Festival. She's the truth. And Missy Goodman, those two, they awesome. Let me see what else. Right now I'm in Mark's Banks film. Right now, Are You Afraid of the Hood? I'm in Lisa Sanders Clark's film, Death Dealer. I'm in a few films right now. Shout out my man Same Productions, Roofy. Right now, we filming that joint right now. Shit, Mayor
Mm,
Kingstown. I was in Weak Germ with Don Cheadle and them on Netflix. You dig? That was last year. I was an extra. You know what I'm saying? That was live. And then, oh man, Dave Walker. I can't forget Dave Walker. I'm in prayer. I'm also what was the other film you got, man? That one is hot too. Shit. I can't. Sorry, Dave. I can't remember right now. But man, just check out all those people. It's some the people that you need to check out. It's just ain't the films I'm in, but the people y'all need to check out: Dave Walker, Raymel Adams, Mikhail Tott, Same Productions. You know what I mean? Like these people really doing their thing. My man, great. His whole squad over there, they doing their thing. Mike Berry, Brian Berry. I'm in Car Show that just dropped yesterday at the theater.
I,
You feel
I was waiting on you to
me?
mention.
Look, I say I'm in so many things, I be forgetting. I was just at a movie premiere yesterday, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? So shout out my
Yeah,
man Brian Berry, and
Warrensville.
shout out Stacy Malone. Shout out Jillian. Like their whole team was absolutely fantastic. Car show was dope. Everybody, shout out everybody in Car show. Yeah. So if my man Keith Collins, check him out. My man Keith Collins is the truth. Um, who else? Oh, my man. Oh, Miranda's. I'm in a couple of Miranda's Xavier's film. I forget the name of the joint, but shout out my man Miranda's. Goddamn, man, because there's so many. And I apologize if I forget the titles, because I just love filming. So I do the film. I meant here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Well, what we could do is let everybody know where can
yeah.
they tap in with you on social media. Where can they
Y'all
find you?
y'all can find me Black Nine Outlaw 216 on Instagram. Y'all can find me Brandon X Bell on Facebook.
Okay, okay. Well,
Yeah.
with all of your achieved success and opportunities that you've had, what would you say has been the key to your accomplishments?
Um, the key to my accomplishments is just continuously, just try to be genuine with everything that you do, even in your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, just continue to be genuine. But my thing is, and this, you know, I love creating. I love writing. Shout out 50/50 Comics. I love working with people. I love being a part of creativity, and so and I think that in order to be a great artist, you have to be genuine. Even when you're an actor, you have to be genuine in the character that you playing. You're not playing a character, like you're not acting for real. You know what I'm saying? You're taking the lines of afflicting emotion and you're emoting them through you. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So you have to be genuine in that. You have to understand that character that you're playing and try to be as genuine as possible through that character. As a writer, you're trying to write genuine material that people can relate to, people can feel, whether it's from comedy, drama, action, sci-fi, horror. You know, you have to have timing and genuine and life. Everything, like when you take away the quote unquote fakeness and materialism of things, like there's a genuine essence to everybody. And so the key to maintaining and continuing, and it's tough, it's hard, but you just try to be as genuine as possible, with good intention.
right. I love it. I love it. And and I can say it's been a pleasure working with you and a pleasure knowing you thus far. And just even from our very first interaction, I could tell that you were a genuine individual. So yeah, that's facts. Definitely. Now, on the flip side, what have been like some hard lessons that you've learned along the way? It's certain things. I know we come into a certain game with a certain perspective or idea of how things are going to be, and you learn some lessons along the way. Share with us a couple of your lessons that might, hopefully help somebody else avoid them.
One of the lessons I learned is things always change. Don't expect things to stay the same. You feel me? Um, whether it's from people or situations, you can't control everything. You know what I mean? If things that like, I started thinking of things as instead of things going wrong, I look at them as opportunities to figure out another problem. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me an opportunity to grow. So like and that's the thing. Like things always change. So be prepared for change. Be prepared to adjust. Be prepared to think quick. Be prepared to sometimes it might get lonely sometimes it might get hectic. Just hey, just maintain focus, and then with that, through the hecticness, through the loneliness, through the frustration, things change. One day, the things could be going absolutely wrong, but things change.
Right.
Right.
You got to be adaptive. You got to be fluid. You got to flow with it.
Gotta flow with it, you dig?
Yeah. Don't drown in the waves. Just go with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a point of time when mankind's history where everything went absolutely smooth and perfect. I'll tell you that's bullshit.
Yeah, you forgetting something. You overlooking a lot. If everything's perfect,
Hey, perfect is in the imperfections.
that part. I know me personally, especially business wise, what has helped me tighten up certain areas is mistakes.
Yeah,
It's like you hit a bump in the road and you be like, oh dang, well let me go back and correct this. Let me get somebody in that role or that position, or let me tighten up my paperwork. So, it's definitely something you got to experience. And
Like,
through your experiences, networking is very important. Building relationships, as I mentioned earlier. How important has networking been for you?
extremely important. Um, when you network, and the thing is, networking, like if you meeting people, you want to have some type of education about you. You just don't want to find yourself in a circle of, people that you want to be around, but you don't know nothing about the things you want to be around. You feel me?
Right.
So, you wanna be able to educate yourself. So when you do network, because network is extremely important, you have something that you could bring to the table and to enlighten the conversation. You know what I mean? Or if you're smart, you'll network and listen. You feel
Yes.
me? And take in knowledge and soak it in. And so like I'm a people person, but I'm not like um like I know networking is important. Networking is very important, but then I'm also a guy that likes, like, I don't like being out around a lot of people that I don't know anymore, because it's just, today's a different day and everything like that. But when it comes down to meeting the right people, and then cultivating those relationships, and really just kind of actually being strategic with the people that you give your time and energy to. And because if you feel yourself on a certain path, because if you're on a certain path, there's certain people that that you have to network with, and then with that, you have to be able to conduct yourself in a manner to make those networking opportunities fruitful, not just for yourself but for them as well. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So it's just about being, because you got to be smart, because you can network with the wrong people too. You know what I mean?
Right.
About, because you could be, as we finding out the industry, like 10 years ago, networking with Diddy would have, the person was networking with Diddy would have been, a good business decision. Now, I don't know if people will feel the same. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was one of those people, you know what I mean? But like, I could, like, so it's just about, you just gotta be very strategic about the people that you associate with and the people that you network with, and make sure that even in that path, and everybody ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? People gonna make mistakes. So I ain't saying that people ain't gonna make mistakes either. But even in with that, you have to know how to conduct yourself with those people you're networking with, even when they make mistakes too.
Right. Amen. Let the church say amen. Okay, now. So we talked about networking now. Hopefully, and everybody know I'm all about networking, connecting people. For those individuals that's looking to network with you, what are some of the people or some of the roles you're looking for? What are some things you're looking for? So then that way, hopefully, somebody out there hearing this might have what you need, and they'll reach out to you.
Main thing is somebody that's with the cheddar cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like a good business investor. Somebody I could partner with, because like you can't build a business without networking and funding. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I ain't even saying that like as like it takes money to make money. And so like out and with that is there's a lot of good talented people out here. And I'm looking to like associate with some businesses, link link those businesses in. Shout out G1 NBC, um, uh, in that regard, and also in tune, because understanding that what me and the team has accomplished with no budget. The way we look at it is, if businesses actually invest dollars, because all our films, like literally everybody's films that I know, all of us independent filmmakers, like some of us got funding. I got some funding here and there, you know what I'm saying, but 90%, I would say 95% of our funding comes from our pockets, our paychecks, you know what I'm saying, our donations, and the people that's volunteering their time, and the businesses that's open the doors volunteering their time to help us as well, whether it's from food, whether it's to locations. And so like the whole thing is just like the people I'm looking to work with, and the things that, and the people I need on team is people that is business people, so we could really take this serious, because there's a lot of really dope filmmakers out here, and if we could get some capital rolling out here, you got people that's,
Mhm.
making, you know $1 million projects on $100. So just imagine if they had $1 million, what kind of
Yeah.
project they'll make then? You know what I'm saying? And then, but then, inside of that, outside of that, like honestly, I got everything I need. Then if I run into you and you have something additional you could bring to the table that we could build with, you know what I mean? Like if we partner up, and that's from, if people are artists, I know us in the team at 50/50 Comics, we're looking for more comic book artists.
Mm.
And we also a publishing company. So if you are, an author, holler at us at 50/50 Comics, and we'll see if there's a good business opportunity for both parties to help publish your material. At G1NBC, Cuyahoga County, our partnership with Roku, we're looking to help distribute content creators, whether it's from podcasts to films. And our partnership with Roku comes with incentives of economic growth, and you'll actually, based upon the interactions on your material, you have the opportunity to make money.
Mm.
In that regard, shout out Redline Radio, shout out Voice Radio, two radio stations that I was blessed to have shows with. If you're somebody that want to have your podcast or want to have a radio show, those are two great entities to work with. I've worked with them in that regard. Yeah, hey, if you need beats, you know what I'm saying. If you you're an artist and you need beats, shout out my man DeLeon, myself, Outlaw Jones Productions. You feel me? Hey, we want to put our music behind your lyrics. You dig? So it's hey, it's so many opportunities. It's just where if you somebody and you do something artistic, holla at me.
Okay.
Flat out.
Yeah. See, that's what it's, you got to put it out there. Somebody going to reach out there for you. And then also
Money that want to invest in adult business entities and art, holla at me. And if you're an artist that want to invest into yourself, into your art, holla at me.
hey, straight like that. Straight
EDD.
like yeah, cuz also y'all follow the Connected Web series on
Yes, yes,
Facebook. Um we are always posting when there's a need that comes up for extras. There's a form that you can fill out, and so just go ahead and fill that out, and as something comes up, somebody will reach out to you on the quick side.
yeah.
and
Dropping
and
that link today, y'all. So be ready. That link is dropping today because this Sunday, June 2nd, we're filming the quote unquote connection, the Connected Action Day. Where guess what? You ain't even got to worry about no lines. You feel me? I just got a whole new case of prop guns. You dig? You know what I mean? We about to go ham. It's about to be Action Day. We're gonna be filming a series of. We're gonna be filming a series. It's gonna be quick scenes. It's gonna be a part of the montage in the upcoming release, dropping at the end of the summer. The Connected Season 3.5.
oh,
You feel me? Hell City. You dig? And that's gonna be a part of our action montage, shootout scenes, and all that good shit. Because this season we're bringing the drama, we're bringing the action, we're bringing everything. It's like the Connected, like Marvel. You feel me? Like it's about to, I'm really excited about this season. Really, is like we took everything and was able to amp it up. Even me being 10 years as a writer officially now, um, it's like I like when you get certain to a peak where your storyline is popping and the dialogue is popping, and then your actors is just bringing the soul out of that. You know what I mean? Like you just shout out everybody, the whole cast, because everybody from top to bottom is fucking acing that shit.
hey, yes. That's man. See, said that with conviction, so y'all already know you got
But
to
hey,
tap
welcome
in.
back. Like, ooh, like it's on. Let's go. Like, yeah, yeah.
Man, I love it. I love it. And you are like, man, you are such an inspiration to so many people because even myself, I would if I was, let me go back. Before I showed up on set, I seen, I did my research And so I seen some, some of the previous production and stuff, and I'm like, it made me nervous, but to get there, it was like the vibe that everyone has that just like set the tone. It's just, man, it's, man, a wonderful production. And it's like, I definitely have 100% support, for all that you got going on, because we need more people out
I,
here like you.
I remember you on the set. You was nervous as hell. You feel me? And but here's the thing: you did such a great job. And I
Thank
love
you.
first time actors, because y'all the best ones. Like for real. You have no bad habits. You know what I mean? It's so you could really like you could your everything is like literally like raw emotion. Y'all are the closest to and you just like, especially if you ain't have no ego. You came in with no ego, and it was such a great thing to work with you. And on my set, like that's a rule. Like yo, we a team, you know what I'm saying, so it's in order to make this, because we're working on a shoestring budget. In order to make this pop, it really is the only thing, the way we pay each other is with each other's respect, and with each other's work, and with each other's, you know what I'm saying, with each other's mutual understanding of we're trying to achieve something great here. And
Yeah.
because I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I get this connected check, and I ain't stopping until I get a connected check that's big enough to pay everybody in my cast and crew nice. You dig? That's
Facts.
you know what I mean. That's where I'm headed to, because yo, like that day, you like you're like, I can't wait till people see your scene, because people are gonna miss. Like, oh man, I can't. Oh God, like
Yeah.
listen, like you. I'm looking at, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you brought it, you dig? And you were so great, and you rolled with everything like a champ. And that day, it was action. It was loud. It was, you know what I mean? It was chaotic. You
That was a
dig?
great day to be on set for the first time. I was like blown away, like literally.
We had a good time. We had a good time, and we all always try to keep the vibe very very lively. You know what I'm saying, on the set. It's every like if for the people that haven't been on set, we have a good ass time. You know what I mean? If you're on set, like, you already know, everybody can, we and you get the feel, you get the atmosphere, and that's because of the people that's involved. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are a blessing. And so like you were a champion. You were the MVP of the day. You know what I mean? You took some bumps and lumps. You you had a lot going on that day for your birthday.
That yes, yes. It was a great first experience. Like, I will never forget that.
Glad
Never.
you and you've been a blessing to work with, Lex.
Thank
You like this like you've played such an awesome role in the season 3.5. So for anybody
you.
that like, you know what I'm saying, that need to know, you know what I mean, like Lex, she is a champion. You know what I'm saying? She
Oh,
is
thank
fucking
you.
truth. You did, and she wears so many hats, and she does so many great things for people, and she don't ask for shit, but respect and good business. You feel me? And if you deliver on those things, she'll give you whatever blood, sweat, and tears she got. You feel me?
Amen.
So we appreciate everything you've done for us here at the Connect family. You dig? And I want you to continue to shine, and you continue to be great, because you're one of the great ones. No doubt
Thank
about it.
you. And I want to shout out Katrina Franklin because
Look,
she because she's been a
all
big sis.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because like, listen, this season, like the two MVPs. Like, it's been a lot of MVPs, but like y'all stepped in. Katrina Franklin, big shout out Katrina Franklin. You know what I'm saying? She stepped in when I like when I needed somebody, because you was in the process of moving. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like y'all two were like on the spot with everything. Wow, like, shout out Katrina Franklin. She anybody that, she is extremely professional. That girl is right down to the T. She is a
Take
strong
no shit.
game. You feel me? She don't play no games, but the job is gonna get done. She done stepped in on the camera. You know what I'm saying? She helped out with directing. She done helped out with the actors. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been like a set boss. You feel me? Like
For
killing it.
sure.
An
For sure.
excellent boss. Like, straight up. damn near on every set. You feel me? I like shout out Katrina Franklin. She's been a true blessing. You know what I mean? And then like if anybody's seen that trailer, shout out my man Dave Walker, Walkstar Productions. My man put that trailer together like a motherfucker. Like
Yeah, we gonna have the trailer with the interview. So yeah, for
yeah,
sure. And you know, and something I want to mention about Katrina is especially like on set, you know, there's no egos, you know. When y'all tap in with the connected series, you'll learn a little bit more about her role within the series, and she's a major character, but not once has she, you know, I seen her have an ego like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Like Brandon said, hey, you want me to do this, you need me to do that, or just taking the initiative to do it,
like,
and that's commendable.
and the thing is, if y'all know Katrina, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, she like absolutely carries herself like a queen, 100%. You feel me? And I'm talking about, and that's why I'm so impressed about her, because she carries herself like royalty, right? But she down in the trenches with the soldiers. You feel me? She get
Yeah.
down in the trenches with the soldiers. She'll get on the mic, she'll get on the camera, she'll be behind the scenes. She works with the actors, getting them in place, helping them with their lines, all what I mean, like whatever the like she ain't no joke. You feel me? If you got a pleasure to work with her, if you know what I'm saying, get an opportunity to even put her as a part of your production, yeah, like look, she bad, the girl
Yeah.
bad, bad. So, you feel
Man,
me? And
it's
and I also gotta give a big shout out, big special thank you to my brother, Terrence. You know what I'm saying, my man T. You know what I'm saying, Big T. You feel me? Yo, from day one to connected, he been there. This man was out there on a busted ass foot filming. You feel me? Getting it in the rain on a busted foot filming. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's my brother, man. I love your
yeah.
dog. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Deli Young, you know what I'm saying? My man, like my man started for being, gangster actor on set. Now my man on set helping me film and everything. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out my man Dave Vigatron, my man that came through with the props. You know what I'm saying? My man was out there mixing blood. You feel me? Shout out. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Leah. You feel me? She was out there. She helped us with our first photo shoots. Real dope photo shoot. She's a really dope artist, really dope in the game. You know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. She helped us with some makeup real good with the blood and all that. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out. You know what I mean? So everybody's done chipped in, and like I say, it's a team effort. Shout out my man Great. You know what I'm saying? My man
I was
that
just
came.
about to mention great.
Like, look, shout out, like, look, since day one, and Great was one of the greatest people out here, man. He down to help with whatever. My man work his ass off, you know what I'm saying? And he that's my brother, you dig? And he done came in with some really dope locations this season. So big shout out to Great, you know what I mean? Like, it's man, that's my dog, you know what I mean? Like, that is my dog. So,
That's my dog.
and a big shout out to my man Vitalik Versace. Because there's never been released. Actually a season 3 to the Connected that I'm going to be releasing along with this. My man Vitalik Versace filmed that. He taught me how to film with the iPhone. You feel me? And so and that man is an Emmy Award winner. The dude is the truth too. Shout out my man Vitalik Versace. So it's going down. And shout out everybody in the show. For real.
Man, that's see, people definitely got to tap in. Don't forget, follow the Connected web series on Facebook. Man, you want to follow the whole cast. You really want to follow the whole cast.
It's a powerhouse cast. I mean, powerhouse team. Like I'm so like that's why I say I'm blessed. You feel me? Like is I have no zero complaint. You did not one.
It's a reflection. It's a reflection of of you. You
Indeed.
know, at the end of the day, you know,
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like I look, like real shit. I hate her guts. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying, Adrian, Sherelle, you know, feel me? Like if it wasn't for you, like the first part, like you help out with a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, organization and everything like that, you know what I mean?
yeah, yep.
Help you shit, but I'll give props where props is due, you feel me?
Hey,
So
that's
it is
much
what
respect. That's real shit.
like hey, I like that's one thing about me. I'm an honest. I'm sorry. Like that's one thing. It gives me in trouble, but I'm an honest 100 person. And even I don't care if you did me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, if you did great, you know what I'm saying? I know you did great, I'm still not gonna deny you that because that's a fucking fact. You dig? So, and
Yeah,
I keep it 100. I'm honest. You dig? And so, like, that's what it is. Because it's all love from over this way. You heard?
100, 100. So, hey, y'all done heard the journey. We done talked about the good series and some other. I'm quite sure now y'all got some homework. Y'all go to y'all streaming devices, to your TV, get the searching, and y'all need to tap in. Make sure y'all follow Mr. Brandon Bell on social media. Give us your handles one more again.
Yeah. Brandon X Bell on Facebook. Black Nine Outlaw 216 Instagram. You feel me? The Connected Web Series on the Facebook. Check out Bro Out Films on YouTube. G1NBC Cuyahoga County 5050comics.com. You feel me? Outlaw Jones, you know what I mean, on Instagram. Outlaw Jones on Facebook. You feel me? And you know, shout out to the whole conglomerate. You did.
That's what's up. And do you have any parting words of inspiration or encouragement for those that's in the business or coming into the business?
Yes, ma'am. Be you and stay true. You feel me? Do not sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's it. You feel me? Like, and be true to the people that's true to you.
One.
That's it.
Facts. Well, thank you, Mr. Bill, so much for taking time to talk to us because this is your girl, K Lexi. This is In Real Life, the podcast. And Mr. Bill, Brandon X Bill, is somebody to know in real life. So make sure y'all tap in, follow me on social media. I'm your girl K Lexi. I am under Lexi Connects on all platforms. Lexi connects with the S. And I guess you can find me on YouTube and a couple other things. So make sure y'all tap in. Until the next time, y'all be blessed.
Things are getting a little complicated. Everybody's looking for payback. Now, this right here is personal. Real personal. When you do what I do, any day could be your last. And I'm not sure if the risk is worth the reward anymore. One by one, my friends and my family are starting to disappear. So what's this? All the angels are gone. There's nothing left but devils. In order to survive in Hell City, you have to face a demon. And to do that, all you need to do is look in the mirror.